Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Hello and welcome back to Team Kop-Ish, people. You know what time it is? It's Man Like Matt and it's Drifty and it's the match preview for Liverpool versus Everton. And you guys are probably thinking, because me and Drift are actually talking behind the scenes, yeah? We're back already. You literally can't get enough of us. Yesterday, we obviously smacked up Man United and now we're doing a preview for Everton. And I was just saying to Drift a minute ago, like the games are coming so thick and fast, isn't it? Like it's actually crazy playing against a Man City on a Saturday, then a Man United on a Tuesday, and now an Everton on a Sunday. Listen, it's a great time to be a Liverpool fan. That's all I can say. So I'm gassed. How are you feeling, Drift?
Yeah, man. I'm gassed. Still floating off of last night. I'm not gonna lie, but I've still got content left to watch. When we finish filming, I ate my dinner and watched the whole game back, bro.
Yeah.
I've got to like go and watch all the people's fan cams and the match reactions, and I've got to do all that still, bro. I'm still dining out.
No, indeed. And listen, if you haven't already, people, make sure you smash that like button. Come on, you know we're here, Team Kopish. You know what time it is. We are here, sorry, each and every time. Do you know what's so funny as well? Actually, just talking about like the game from last night quickly before we get into the actual preview, is big up KG as well, because obviously big Man United fan. I saw his interview after the game with him and Flex. Obviously, big up Flex as well. Big up both of them. I know they're Man United fans, but you know they're our brothers. But it's just a shame that they support the wrong club. They were in pain yesterday. They were literally in pain. I think they were saying what the pundits were kind of saying last night about how the club is just broken. Like the club is generally broken, and they were just saying like just get rid of a whole heap of players, the whole heap of them. Like it's actually mad. So they're in disarray. I mean, we just made it worse. We just made sure that, you know, it was out there for everyone to see the type of, you know, pain that they're going to be suffering. But we don't care. Do you know what I mean? Man United are our rivals and we have to punish them same way. Can't let them, do you know what I mean? Them guys sort of derail our title race. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But big up to them, man. Do you know what I mean? You just chose the wrong side, big guy.
Well, my brother actually said, I don't care who goes.
Yeah, of course.
If you told me every player on the team is going, I would be like, yeah, all right, is what it is. Indeed. And he also told me that Ten Hag has apparently requested 8 players from knowing the squad that he's already got. Bro, you can't bring in 8 players in one window.
You can't.
That's too much, bro.
You can't. Not,
even
not
if the players you've got are rubbish, you can't gel 8 players in one window.
Yeah, that's... But 8 players in one window, that's almost similar to that that 15-16 summer that we had where we sold Suarez and just bought a whole heap of man them. Remember? All right, see if I can remember off the top of my head. Balotelli, Lambert, Markovic, Lallana, Lovren.
Feel like did you say Lambert?
Yeah, I feel like there's more. Emre Can. Was Chan there?
No, 14, Chan 15... was... Actually, you might be right. No.
Because Chan weren't there when no, Chan was there 15-16, didn't he? He weren't there he weren't there 13-14. Sorry, or am I getting confused? Or was it 14-15? There was that one summer, remember?
Yeah,
where, like, we just bought a whole heap of man.
I think he might have been the year before that, you know.
Yeah, no, you know what? You're right. Chan was 14-15. It was definitely the 15-16 season, though. Oh, Rigi. I think one of them was a Rigi. Yeah. Chan. Oh, no, Chan was 15. I need to let this up, people. You know that, because it's making me really think what window and how many players that we did bring in that window. So let me just type in quickly. Liverpool summer transfers. Hold on. Liverpool.
I look. Check this, bro. Sadiq, big up yourself, bro. Just listen to Sky Sports. They said United have spent 1.4 billion on players in the last 10 years. That's just a bit more than City, who spent 1.5. Oh, just a bit less. I think he means than City, who spent 1.5. Bro, we're competing against 2 teams who have gone and done 1.4 or 1.5 billion in the last decade.
Yeah.
What the hell is going
Bro,
on?
it's mad. It's actually mad. I can't see the year. That's so frustrating. I need to know what year it was. But it is what it is, isn't it? I just know that there was one summer. Oh, hold on. I think I found it. It was the 15-16 season. Bro, we brought in a whole heap of man. Do you know how many people we brought in the 15-16 season? We brought in Firmino. How can we forget that?
Yeah, but that was halfway through, though.
That's halfway through. But listen to this, though. So, Ilori, Firmino, Origi, Milner, Luis Alberto, Danny Ings, Joe Gomez, Klein, Benteke, Kelvin Stewart, Stephen Cooker, Lloyd Jones. So, what was the season before the 14-15? This will be interesting. The one with Lovren and them, man. Here we are. So, the season before was Balotelli. This is the one I was thinking about. It was Balotelli, Moreno, Lovren, Barini, Chan,
Barini.
Lallana, Lambert, Markovic. Yeah. So quite a few, bruv. Quite a few. But like I said, it didn't work. Like I said, like, you can't really do things like that, in my opinion. You can't. And that was back then. When up against a well-oiled machine.
Mr. Callum Google already knew, bruv, off the top.
Yeah. Big up Carl as well. He knew already. Like, man just knew, like, the what I was trying to say. It was about, it was the 14-15. But what's up, man? It's even the 15-16 wasn't any better. Well, just as bad, nearly. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah, that is kind of bad. Like, Ricky Lambert, you know. But anyway, let's move on from that. We got a game on Sundays, 4:30 kickoff. It's Everton. Now, I'll start off with the visitors because they, just like us, they've been in a spotlight, but for the wrong reasons. They have been under a lot of pressure, especially, obviously, Frank Lampard, who at one point looked like he was definitely going to go. But he's won one game against Man United, and that might have changed it for him. It remains to be seen. But if you want to speak about this month for Everton, they've lost to West Ham 2-1. They lost to Burnley 3-2, and they've beaten Man United. They play tonight against Leicester City. Drift, do you think the game against Man United is the catalyst where you think, do you know what? For Everton to win that game, and if they potentially win tonight, would you be more worried, or do you just not even care because it's Everton?
I mean, first off, just quickly, bro, because I just noticed what Nisa said. Big up yourself. He's got us streaming on the big screen, you know. Right, so big up, bro's got the night off just at the pub streaming you lot on the big screen, enjoying my Johnny Walker. Hey, man's on the whiskey, come on. I've got to spread that Kop-Ish love here in New Zealand. Big up each and every
big up, bro. Big up. Appreciate it, man. That's love, man. That's love.
And if anyone's watching, big up yourselves. Drink up, be merry. No, that's big on the big screen, you know, that's big. Yeah, would it bother me if Everton win? Do you know what? I mean, a little bit, because obviously we don't want them having any confidence. Like, we got to be real. Like, they're in the mud. Yeah. And the further in the mud they are, the better, because, you know, if your confidence is gone, then you're effed, innit? But then again, does it make you more desperate for a win if you don't get the win before? Possibly. Like, they might be so what? Here's the thing, bruv, yeah? I know you shouldn't give credit for people playing the game the way the game's supposed to be played. But watching the game back yesterday, do you know one thing I will give Man United a little bit of credit for? Is not losing their head and just accepting that we're the better team. They could have started flying in with dirty tackles, being like, you know what I mean? Like, they could have been like... but they didn't.
You're right. They could have been a lot harsher when it came to challenges. Obviously, there was a few, like, only
Hannibal, digs. He just came on the side throwing his weight around
I was going to say him, but even their little trips. It wasn't like a rugged affair, but they were doing little trips here and there to kind of slow us down. But yeah, they didn't go crazy and to start going in 2-footed challenges and just like trying to barge man into the stands, all that rubbish. So you're right. You got a point there.
Do you get what I mean? Like, so, like, because I remember what they did to us when we beat them 5-0. They started being hella violent, bro. Do you remember? They were flying in with tackles, bro. And obviously, like, so even though you're supposed to play the game like that, I'm like, there's a little part of me that's like, oh, at least they never just started being reckless and throwing in bare late tackles and doing all that kind of.
Bruno, I did forget that one. Bruno and Trent. Even it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was a leg breaker, but it was just still like.
Oh
it
yeah,
was,
when he kicked him with his knee in it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Even though obviously where he kicked him was obviously wrong. Yeah, the aggression wasn't like say. Like I've seen way more aggression in the challenge. Like
yeah. The aggression in that tackle wasn't anywhere near what it could have been.
That was petulance. That was petulance.
That was bad. But one bad tackle. I mean, because that's what worries me about Everton, bro. They are violent, bro.
See, this is the thing. Everton are a completely different outfit. They will literally try them things there.
Yeah,
you see, like
they're a bunch of idiots, bro. That they will 100% be flying in with hard tackles, bro. You know what they're like.
You see what Atletico did to Man City. It could be on the level of that, you know. I'm not joking because remember, down the years we've had Everton do a madness, you know. Yeah. And I don't even want to go too much into it, but listen, we got to talk about it, like the Thiago incident that happened. Like, what was it? Thiago's first season, and then obviously Van Dijk as well, last season as well. Like, two big incidents that happened in the same game for us. Like, and I'm not trying to say, even with the Pickford, it's not. It's hard to say we've done it on purpose. The point is, it happened, didn't it? And the point is that you were the culprit. My point is this: they got their first win in however long. They are playing tonight against Leicester. I'm still expecting Leicester to beat them. However, if they do beat Leicester, as you're saying, that is kind of the confidence that you don't really want them to have, even a glimmer.
But then again, they might be desperate if they don't win tonight, which might make them more aggressive and act like more idiots in the weekend. Do you get what I mean? Like if they, because basically it can go both ways. It sounds stupid, but it can go both ways. They can either win tonight, gain some confidence from it, play better, and it gives them a better game on Sunday, or they could lose today, and then it could make them more violent, more desperate, and they could go harder, try harder, foul harder at the weekend. Like it could go either way. Do you get what I mean? Because because of the dickhead team we're playing, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. Because of the dickhead team we're playing, bro.
100%. And we're playing against one of the players I think the fan base really cannot stand. And I'd even go so as far as to say, and I don't even like using this word, but I'd even go so far as to say, hate the fan base do hate him. I really cannot stand him. Hate is a strong word. There's a lot of meanings. There's a lot of things you can say towards hate, but I just know that our fan base did not like him whatsoever. And that's with Richarlison. He speaks way too much about Liverpool. He's one of the players as well where petulance is always a thing on his mind as well. He tries his little tactics here and there. He'll try and get fouls. He'll try and foul the opponent. I think these are the type of things that, in my opinion, that we have to look out for, because an Everton team, they know that they can't outplay us, bro. Especially at Anfield. Like, even if you want to try and match the intensity, they just can't outplay us. They're going to look for ways to try and get in our faces. They're going to look for ways to try and slow us down. How do you think we have to go about that, Drift, if that is the case? Like, if they do try and get in our faces, do we match them, the intensity, or do we just carry on, sort of, so to speak, playing our game, and you kind of leave that to the ref to deal with? But you have to understand the referees this season have been a little bit infrequent.
Can you leave anything up to referees these days? Not really, bro. Not really. So I reckon we just go. We fight fire with fire on this one, bro. Okay.
Because the thing is, I hear
you. Want to play rough?
I'm just like, a little. Bro,
yeah, go on. Rough them up, blood.
You think rough so? So you think like match the intensity rather than doing
rough them up, bro.
Okay,
rough them up. I'm all over. When it comes to Everton now, after what they did to us, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Rough them up, bro.
See, I don't want them
thinking they can throw their weight around at all, bro.
Let me throw you the other scenario. Even though I'm on your boat, it's just more I'm thinking of the other way as well. Just as I'm trying to be neutral for today, I'm trying to be anyway. If you match them with the intensity, they're trying to get us off our game. Yes, we are aggressive to a point, but we're not aggressive just for aggressive sake, innit? We're aggressive when we need to be. And you see, when I say, like, remember, there's been many games this season where I'm like, if we just put the ball down and play, we will actually like destroy these lot. And I feel like there's gonna come a time in the match where we're gonna have to make a choice, because Everton will chuck it at us, and we're either gonna have to decide to either make this a dogfight or just play our game. I genuinely feel like if we play our game, they will get absolutely smoked. 1 second. Daddy's working, son. Daddy's working. 1 second. Okay. So, if you hear what I'm saying about the intensity that they will bring, I genuinely feel like play the game, and we will be cool, bro. If we do the whole intensity thing, I'm worried that will play into their hands.
No, not intensity thing, but just rough them up. Like if they want to get about it, then we get about it. Like we got players on the like Milner, Ibu, Van Dijk. But these men will just rough you up. If you want to get roughed up, bro, we'll rough you up, bro. Like
I hear you. No, but I think we've got that. Like we even showed against who was it? City against City when Fernandinho made the bad challenge on Mane. Yeah, Hey. My number 8 was the first one to go up in there and be like, yo, big man, this don't run right here, you know? You see things like that? We've got that. I think that's been instilled in us over, I'd say, since maybe more so last season, especially after what happened with Van Dijk. I think the players kind of took it upon themselves to be like, I'm not going to lie, man, these things can't be running. Like, we need to show people what we're about. Because I think we've got a bit more aggressive since last season, dare I say, when we need to be anyway.
Yeah. We have, you know, we actually have. I think we have that. We have a little bit more oomph to us in terms of the. We do.
Bit more bite in it. We got a bit more bite in us, like.
Yeah, but wouldn't you if you had Ibu in your team, bro?
Bro, do you know what's so mad as well? Like, I think was it against Man United? No, it wasn't against Man United, obviously, because they played yesterday. It was the Man City game where I can't remember who kind of like came over to him. It was Sterling. Sterling kind of there was obviously they were all arguing whatever, and Ibu just
what a mismatch.
If Ibu just did to him and just started laughing like, brother, I will smoke you. Like, just move. There's no point. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. But
he would. Can you imagine if he did the Gomez and gave man the under the arm pickup, bro?
The thing is, I think it'll be even worse because I still feel like
bro, he'd have his legs dangling, bro.
The reason why I feel like it'd even be even worse because Joe Gomez and Raheem have still kind of got that, at least before it happened, they kind of had that respect for one another because they both play for England, didn't it? So it's like, even though you kind of want to show man, and it's not about that, I still feel like Gomez held back. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Of course.
And to Gomez's probably own fault. He showed, I think, Raheem probably a bit too much respect, even in the England camp. But obviously, you're thinking like, like that's done and dusted now. Are you going to be like a man or are you going to be like a coward? And it does seem like he was a bit of a coward there when obviously Gomez got the black eye, whatever. Man, kind of, I don't know what happened exactly, but
no, I think he scratched his face, didn't it?
Yeah, but again, it's like, what are we doing
what kind
here?
Of thing is that, bro?
Yeah, and for starters,
you're gonna scratch man's face. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not an advocate for violence. You know that already. I always will take the peaceful way out wherever possible. But if somebody tries to put it on me and scratches my face in front of everyone, and tries to do all that hard man thing, he's getting dusted, bro.
This is the thing, and again, it's one of those things, the situations where it's unfair to Gomez because it was a lose-lose situation. What Raheem Sterling done to him, if he lashes out, I guarantee you he probably gets like a ban as well. And if he lashes out, he could do more damage or whatever.
Yeah, if Sterling's a little darling in the England camp, isn't it?
Exactly. And if he doesn't lash out, which is what happened, look how Sterling banded you up, red. And what's the manager? Remember, he got booed at Wembley. He got booed. And I thought, this is what I'm saying, That's crazy, innit? That's crazy. So it was a lose-lose situation for Joe Gomez, but I just know that if that was Ibu don't care about these things. They don't have that rapport with one another. One's French, one's English.
Yeah, no, Ibu would have sunned him, bro. He would have picked him up. Man would have had his legs dangling like that, bro.
He would have carried him like that. Underneath the arm like a child. Like he would have just held man like that.
You remember in Infinity War when Thanos picks up Hulk?
Yeah, no, a bit like that, but we're giving too much credit because Thingy ain't even Hulk blood. He would be like, no, you're thinking of Loki. You're thinking Loki, you mean? Where Thanos picks up Loki and he's
no. I mean, after he's like
wait, when he's getting punched,
when he's like let him have his fun, and he's like Thingy, and then remember Thingy just like brucks him up and just picks him up, bro. But the Loki one, either or, bro.
The Loki one, because Loki one, it was actually peak, fam. Man couldn't do that. Man just had him bad.
The Loki one's more of a bad up, actually.
Yeah, it's a bad up. And remember, he looked at his brother as well while he did it. Bad man. But yeah, going back to the Everton game now. Again, intensity. Yeah, I agree. We do need to match them match intensity. But I just think as long as we play our game, we smoke them. So. That leads us, Drift, to our starting lineup now. So, starting lineup, bro. In fact, yes. Dean, I'll read that out for you, bro. Dean, big up my brother. He goes, at least our players were having none of the Man United aggression. They spoke to the ref and confront the Man United players. I'm glad we're not too nice anymore. Hashtag you never walk alone. Yeah, we're just talking about that, Dean. Agreed.
Yeah, we
Fully
did.
agree there.
We actually did yesterday.
Fully
I
agree.
mean, you don't really know how the refs don't seem to be doing anything these days. Like they really don't. But I mean, I'm starting to even think, why are they on the pitch? Let's just get a robot to just ref the game. Like the referees are just getting so bad, man. After that Man City game, Matt, I just thought there's no point in referees. They don't even get control of the games anymore. They really don't. Fernandinho was on a one-man wrecking mission, and he should have been sent off easily within an hour.
Yeah.
How he was on the pitch for the whole game, I have no idea, bro.
It's mad, isn't it? Ash says, like to see Joey G, Simi, Ibu, Millie, and Dina come in, rest a few for at least 65, bring them on if needed. Everton gonna come hard, pause for 20 minutes, then there's gas. Boy! Do you know what? Well, funny you say that, Ash. Big at yourself as well. We're about to do the predicted starting lineups now, actually, for us, innit? So, all right, Drift, what would be your... In fact, goalkeeper, I didn't need to ask you goalkeeper. That's just every week. It's like a pointless question, isn't it? Unless like I don't even know. But what would be your back four, Jiv? What would be your back four? And then I'll give you my back four. Don't do what Klopp's gonna do. Do what you would like to see.
Yeah, but I'm even because.
But all right, but I know you're gonna factor in what you think he's gonna do as well. You can still speak on it though. Like
no. What I was gonna say is Klopp is smarter than us, isn't it? And I think he showed in that Man United game, even though we do have to think about fatigue and things like that.
Yeah.
If he'd have gone with a weaker team, we may have not put Man United to the sword. And I know it's a very risky game to play your better players when you know you are going to need them, like full of energy and whatnot. But I think we have to be quite careful on how much we rotate, though. I do think we have to be careful on how much we rotate. Being that it is a derby game, no matter how badly they're playing, it is a derby game. It's probably the most intense game we play in a year in terms of animosity and all that. I would rest Trent and have him on the bench, but this could be risky, but it's what I would like to do based on thinking about the Champions League game and whatnot. I would like to go Matip and Ibu as the partnership.
Ooh, you're dropping VVD.
Yeah, I want him to be the one who gets a bit of a rest.
Okay.
And I would go Joey and Tsimikas. But I know that that's quite a risky back four in terms of they haven't played together much.
Interesting. I understand your back four because we've actually got Villarreal on Wednesday. Like I'm looking at the calendar now, Drift.
Robbo had a very intense game against Man United. Very intense game.
But our schedule is absolutely, I'm not gonna lie, this schedule I'm looking at is absolutely crazy. So just before I get into mine, we've got obviously Everton on Sunday. On Wednesday we've got Villarreal. Then the Saturday we've got a Newcastle 3 days later, and then 3 days later again on a Tuesday we've got Villarreal again, and then 4 days later we got Spurs, and then 3 days later we got Aston Villa. I'm not gonna lie, that is
mad schedule, bro. That is a mad schedule.
It's literally every three, like Beja, big itself. Yeah, you just said it yourself. It's like every 3 days we got a game. Literally every 3 days we got a game. That's mad.
So you do have to think where and when you can make a few changes.
When you can make the changes.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm gonna be a bit bold here. Not too bold, but a bit bold. I'm actually gonna rest Trent myself. I'm gonna put him on the bench just in case we do need him. So I'm gonna go Gomez, Ibu, Virgil, and Tsimikas. So as you said, the Newcastle game is a 12:30. Don't get me started, please. Just don't. I think Klopp's already spoken about that as well, about changing it in it. I think he there was reports coming out that Klopp wanted to change the
Nobody should play a 12:30 game if you was in the Champions League.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. But now going back to mine, Jeff, I obviously I agree with you. Simicast needs to start. I think Robert had a very intense game. In fact, Robert's just had an intense last couple of games. In fact, think of the Man City game as well. So I would rest him. I wouldn't rest Virgil, believe it or not. I just feel like he's playing some of the best football he's played for so long, and he's on a good stretch. But maybe what we could do, which would be a bit uncharacteristic of Klopp, is that bring him off. It's very rare that he brings him off, but maybe bring him off. So I'd still start him.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. And then I'll play Ibu because Ibu's up for the challenge, robust physical game. And then obviously we got Gomez. So what about your 3-man midfield? This is where it gets really interesting because as we just seen, we've had the Man City, then the Man United. So what would your 3-man midfield be, Drift?
I would 110% keep Thiago wrapped up in cotton for this game and don't let them pussy holes anywhere near him. I would go. I wouldn't even risk Naby the way these men are, I would go Flacco, Hendo, Jones.
Would you?
Yeah.
I understand your thinking behind it because but here's the thing. I fully hear you, but we also don't want to take too much of a risk though, because I kind of feel like the two players that you've just taken out are the two players, especially more so Thiago, definitely on form. Definitely on form. So it's like, do you want to play the man that's on form and just keep letting him sourcing, but have that risk of someone could, try a thing?
I've not been on the bench, bro.
Yeah, no, in fact, my midfield is very similar to yours. I was going to say Fabinho, Henderson, and Naby. But you've even got me thinking because the last couple of games, Naby's had these challenges where it's a little bit overzealous, and I'm just thinking, you do that in an Everton game,
you might get himself sent off.
Yeah, the referee might just be like, "We're not having that today," and knowing how referees can be towards us, yeah.
Naby is in the building in full effect, but he's got to remember that in the Premier League, them tackles might get him in trouble. Still,
do you know what? I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm gonna take a big risk. You got to learn from your mistakes. I'm gonna start Naby. I'm gonna protect Thiago. I'd rather obviously, and Thiago does need protecting in these type of games. I'll put him on the bench. I would need play him if needed, like it was a 1-1, and for whatever reason that it was hard to break them down. That's when I'd have Thiago on the bench because you just never know.
You got to be very delicate with Thiago. I wouldn't have him I wouldn't even have him in the squad for this game.
So yeah, that'll be my 3. So just the one difference for me, I'd have Naby Keita, you'd have Curtis Jones. But at the same time, if I saw Curtis Jones on that team sheet, Drift, I wouldn't cry about it either.
You know what? In this game, I'm a little bit upset at things like Ox just ain't up for it anymore because he's the type of senior player that you would like to see come in this game.
I don't know if he's ever. I mean, I could be wrong here. I don't know if we're going to see him in the rotation.
I don't think we will, bruv. I think Klopp's realised his head is gone, bruv, to be honest.
Bruv, it's kind of mad what's happened to him.
I mean, do you know what, bro? Let me just ask you quickly because Jones, I think Jones has been playing well recently, so I don't have a problem with him playing. But do you think Klopp kind of felt the intensity was a bit much for Elliott and that's why he slowed down a lot on how much game time Elliott has got recently?
Yeah. I think, the first game where he came back, he played very well. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if he came off the bench or something. I'm trying to remember if he came off the bench or not. I can't remember who.
Yeah,
but what was key? It was the second game against Milan, I think it was, where he
was a bit. He kind of shrank a little bit.
Yeah, I think off the pace. I feel like Klopp's probably thought, you know what? I don't even need to rush you, big man. You've got your whole career ahead of you, not just this season. Don't worry, we won't forget you. It's one of them things where he looked at it and gone, I don't need to rush this kid, This kid's we don't need him to be special right now because we got a special caliber of midfielders.
Yeah, I mean, he came on and scored a penalty in the League Cup, but yeah, we haven't seen him much at all.
Yeah, it was Cardiff. That's it. Was it Cardiff? But yeah, the Inter Milan game was the one I remember where he really struggled, and I was like, oh man, you can tell it's a bit much for him at the moment. Like, let him have more training and all them things there. Maybe ease him back in, give him like a little
Because it would be nice to see him in this game, even.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to see him get a little cameo, even 15 minutes off even if it was like for the rest of the season, you just see man doing 20-minute cameos for the rest of the season. That just to give him that confidence, just to let him know that we still rate you very highly, but we're not just gonna just throw you in at the deep end just because we feel like we needed that player in midfield. Like, there's a reason why we have Thiago, Navigator, Henderson, and Fabinho, Curtis Jones. It's so that others shouldn't have to feel rushed, bro, when they've come back from injury. That we should be able to hold the fort down. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, all right, then that moves us on to the strike force drift. What are you saying for strike force? Because man like King Mo got a brace. In fact, while you're still thinking, I'm just gonna bring something to your attention that you already know. That's gonna make it even more complicated. Everyone was calling for Salah to rest. He didn't rest. Scored 2 goals. Does Salah get his rest now? Sadio Mane has taken that false 9 spot to make it his own. Do you risk playing him again, knowing that Bobby Firmino, in fact, Bobby Firmino might not be fit for this game, because Klopp did say this morning, I saw a quote on the website, him saying, Bobby felt a bit of pain in his foot from the Man City game. It's nothing too serious, but gets him out of this game. In regards to Sunday, we'll have to wait and see. So, with that being said, what is your front three, bro?
I want to go a little Disney on the front three, but I think it could be a risk. In fact, it's a massive risk. But what I would like to do is give Diaz, Mane, and Mo all a rest. So what I would want to do would be Ox on the right, Jota on the left, D9 down the middle. AFCON setting. Remember in January? No, hold it. Ox played very well for us in January.
But bro, and
he played out wide twice.
We haven't seen my man in the rotation.
No, I know, and that's why I'm saying that it would be too big of a risk. But that's what I wish we could do, though.
Oh, okay. But what do you think then is gonna be the most likely?
I think most likely he will probably go with the exact same front three that beat Man United, but maybe bring one or two off. No, but I reckon he might bring one or two off, but I think he'll go with that front three.
All right, I think Jota starts for certain. I think he rests Diaz. You know what? Do you know what I would go with if it was me?
Go on then.
I'd go Jota, Origi, and Salah.
I'm all right with that, you know.
I'd go Jota, Origi, Salah. That's what I would do. I want Origi to remind people that he's just waiting for that moment, and it'll be a big moment again, scoring a derby. Salah with his confidence to just bang in more goals. Do you know what I mean? Like, get that confidence way overboard, where it kind of, you know what I mean? Go back to that place it was up until yesterday. And Jota, to be fair, bro, Jota's been sensational to see. It's actually kind of mad that we're in a position where at the start of the season, we were sitting there saying Jota has to theoretically start every game through the middle.
Yeah.
Now we've got to a point where Sadio Mane has gone, yeah, what, do you think he's the only striker we have at the club? No. Bro, it's actually mad that Sadio Mane, I'm not even calling him Mane no more, it's Main, bro, main course. Sadio Main course has now decided to enter the fray and be like, I'm undroppable as well. Bro, it's crazy, I can't lie. We have the best front line in Europe. It don't even matter who we really play. But Minamino.
No, I hear that.
Hold on, someone just reminded me. Sorry, people. Big up Demo Dre and big up the other person who I just saw. Bro, what about Minamino?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about Minamino, but the reason why I was thinking,
I think he's got.
The reason I was thinking about Ox was because he did it well in January.
Yeah,
that. You know what I mean? Like, but obviously, I ain't got no issue with Taki playing. at all.
Yeah,
but no, I think you're right. I think it'll be Mo. I think Mo and Jota, and then you bring in the Everton Slayer. I think that's probably I think maybe make one change to the front.
Yeah,
but not two. Maybe it's a bit much to make two. But yeah, Divock loves him some Everton, man. Let him have one last bite at that.
One last dance, bro. This is Origi's like. You know, we know it's his farewell.
Bro, it's too early to get emotional. Allow it, bro.
No, but you know what I mean, bro. If there's one thing to do, just slay them again, innit? Just slay them again before you.
If Origi gets a winning goal in the cup final, this season, I'll actually cry live on stream.
Bro, you might want to hold that because, bro, who's to say Origi can't get? Who's to say that Origi scores against Everton? And Man City drop points, and we look back and we go, it's Origi. Remember the goal against Wolves? Bruv, there's a reason, even as we sit here today, and we're not all upset, Divock Origi's Wolves goal is so crucial even to this day. To this day. You know what I mean? Bruv, it's crazy. It's actually mad. All right then, so Drift. This goes on to the part where...
Oh no, well, we got Dean's line up.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Dean. So Dean's 11 is Ali, Trent, Ibu, Gomez, Tsimikas, Fab, Thiago, Mane, Diaz, and Divock to start. We could still be Evan handsomely. Any team we put out could win.
Ooh, so Dean would play Thiago. I'm keeping Thiago.
I wouldn't.
I'm treating him like Mayweather with them big security guards, bro.
Nah, facts.
Yeah, I don't want him out there.
But I'm thinking he's missed out a player because, hold on, Trent, Ibu, Gomez, Simi, that's about 4. Who's playing the other third man midfielder? Who's the third midfielder? Because he's got the 3 strikers, Mane, Diaz, and Divock.
Yeah.
Who would you put as? Don't super chat. You don't have to super chat, Dean. But who would you put as the your third midfielder, just out of interest as well? But that's mad. Still, to be honest, I don't want to get too overly confident, but I'm kind of the same mind frame of it doesn't really matter who we kind of put out. If they play to the maximum of their ability, I think we just beat Everton. We just do, innit?
Yeah, but again, maybe you gotta maybe you gotta do what we did yesterday. We stamp your throat in the game, show them who's boss, get the lead, and then you just cruise out the game rather than it being 0-0 and you're kind of struggling a little bit. You know what I mean?
What's going on, Saint? What's going on, bro?
Big up, bro.
But no, even Marquez says maybe switch to a big up yourself, bro. He says maybe 40 film Salah. The thing is,
what, Salah up front?
Well, I don't even know if it'll be Salah up front. I would say if we're gonna play 4-2-3-1, maybe go Jota. However, though, I just feel like the change in formation at this back end of the seat, like these last couple months, is a slight risk. But at the same time, if it means you can rest players, I kind of hear where you're coming from at the same time though as well, because it's like you're trying to get away from having to use that third centre mid, and you can theoretically use an attacker who might not always play as a 10. So I kind of get what Mark's saying, because like we were saying before, say you could put Taki in there. So even though he is theoretically the third midfielder, but he's playing further up, he's the 10, isn't it? He's got to link the attack and the midfield. So that will be interesting. Sabir said, don't sleep on Everton. They're not Man United. If they are down 4-0, they will kick up every man on the field. Everton will be a UFC Shaolin soccer match, a rough training session, and we move. Nah, you're right, Zabiri. You're all right still.
Yeah,
you're right, 100%.
Yeah, that's actually fact, bro.
And big up Satan as well. He goes, am I mad in wanting to give Salah a rest? You're not mad, bro. No, you're not mad. It's just that me personally, I would say that I would play him because the confidence is back. So, but I wouldn't play him for 90 though. Like, see if he can get his goals. If not, you take him off, innit? Because we've got the game on what's the Wednesday next? The game will be on Wednesday, next Wednesday, innit? So I would say that. Dean says Hendo even 10 men versus Everton. Oh, he's saying Henderson. No, Hendo. No, Henderson was already there, bro. You or did he say Fab?
No, Hendo weren't there. He was Flacco and Thiago. Flacco and Thiago.
Okay, so it's Hendo, and then even 10 men. Hey, you know that, boy. Man are confident right now. Man are confident. All right then. So, Drift. Score prediction, brother. What are you saying?
Well, before we get into the score prediction, you know where you can actually get your score prediction, bro? With Fans Bet. Big up to Fans Bet, our channel sponsor each and every time. They have a welcome offer right now, guys, where if you bet and join up, if you join up and bet £10, you get £30 in free bets plus 10 free spins. Make sure you check them out, guys. Wicked charity stuff that they do as well. You can pick charities for your money to be a part of, as we have. We picked the Dalglish Foundation, which is a brilliant organization. Make sure you check them out, guys. And also on match days and within 24 hours before games, check out our Twitter. We have a lot of brilliant offers that are literally exclusive through Kop-Ish, and that will be for like goal scorers, as I said. So first team to score, first goal scorer. And the odds are brilliant, and they've got special offers just for you guys, our Kopish community. If you go through our link, they know you came through us, and you get that little bit of an extra kick in your odds, guys. So make sure you check them out. The link is in the description each and every time on a Big Up Fans Bet. And we move.
Trust me. Big Up Fans Bet each and every time. And like Jeff said as well, make sure you keep an eye on the socials. Trust me. All the odds will be there. So if you're going to place your bet, and you know it's going to be a smart bet because we're playing Everton, do that with Fans Bet. Trust me. But yeah.
So my score prediction,
yeah.
You know, bro, after all the madness of Man United, I don't think it'll be like that again. I'm going to go for a modest 2-0. 2-0. 2-0 or 2-1. I'm going to go. I think we'll get the win, but I don't think it'll be anywhere near as comfortable because I think there may be a bit of rotation in this one.
Okay. So you're saying 2-0. I'm actually going to go 3-0. I know it won't be as easy as scoring against like how we did against Man United. However, I just feel like after we should get the first goal, I think we'll get another 2. And I think it will kind of be a routine thing. They will put up a bit more of a fight, like what Zaburi said. They're not Man United. Because it's a derby, they'll put up a fight, but I'm still expecting 3-0. If not 3, then definitely 2. But
it will be way harder than the Man U game.
But I'm still thinking 3. I'm still thinking 3-0. I just think that, like I said before, and I'll stress it again, just so people can understand that maybe I've just tuned in. We have the best front line in Europe, and it doesn't matter who really starts. We're scoring goals, innit? That's what we do. That's what we're about. And people are going to have to get used to that. You can try and slow us down, but we will score past you. And once we score past you, confidence grows. And once confidence grows, we're almost, and I say almost unbeatable to ever stop. That's how good we are. Just like Man City. You know what I mean? So...
Yeah. I just think that it's going to be a much harder game than the Man U game. Because there's one thing Everton do is try. Man United didn't even try.
Yeah. They're tryhards. They
didn't even try. Everton will try. Do you know what I mean? So it will be harder than that. It will be harder than that. Hold on. Is this true, Wale? Has Alisson got 18 clean sheets?
Yeah, he has. Well, yeah, no, he does. Because I think Edison's got... Has Edison got one less? I think Edison might have one less. I think. Or they're leveled. It's close. Golden Glove is going to be close. It's going to be close.
Wow, that's mad still.
It's going to be close, but boy, and obviously I'm sure everyone knows Man City are playing tonight against Brighton. We'll see what happens there, but more likely than not, they probably will beat Brighton, but you never know. Football's a funny old game, mate. It's a funny old game. No one would have.
Let's
nothing out there. I'm just saying, no one expected Palace to take points off them. And don't get twisted, they got mad lucky, like crazy lucky. But let's just wait and see what happens. And
Brighton with no Basuma are not taking points off City.
Bro, they got Adam Lallana, man. We moved. Don't worry about that. Lallana. He'll do the thing, man. Don't worry about that. But now, people, if you haven't already as well, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget as well, we will be back tomorrow, obviously, with the Prem panel show. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Hopefully, we'll have a full panel. If not, you might see some guests that you haven't seen before, some special guests. You know what I mean? Always make sure you tune in. That will be 9:30 tomorrow, I believe, unless it changes. Keep an eye on the socials. But people, listen, we've just beat Man United comfortably 4-0. Thiago just certifying himself as one of the best players to grace the game. Salah's got confidence again. Everton, boy, all I can say is, like what Goldberg would say, you're next. You're next. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to say, Jeff, before we take the people out?
Yeah, I got a little message for Everton. Give me a sec.
What? Me have plans on in a pussy. Me have wicked plans on in a...
Everyone know what time it is. They know what time it is. Trust me. Trust me. But now, people, if you haven't already, listen, like, share, subscribe, and thank you for joining. We'll see you again tomorrow, Praying Panel Show. But until then, have a blessed Wednesday, man. Peace out.
Peace.
I'm